Shit, shit. Shit. All right. Take three. I might leave the other two videos up just because I kept restarting. Because when I pick up the controller to do a little introduction with you guys, I would press any button somehow. So I gotta be really careful because I want to. What the fuck is happening?
From a distant land in the east, from across the sea.
No. It's gonna go through all that shit again. Maybe I do have to hit the button. I didn't have to restart. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. Obviously, we're playing a game called Shenmue 3. Uh, I played Shenmue 1 back in the day, and I played Shenmue 2. One of my very first videos I ever put together and put on YouTube, there's a part in the original Shenmue where you pet a cat, and I did that for multiple minutes. Is this seriously not just gonna chill?
From a distant.
How am I supposed to do an introduction, guys? I should be able just to sit on a menu and be able to talk, bro. This is dumb. Hold on. Well, I wanted to watch the recap movie. It's gonna probably just jump into the game and piss me off, isn't it? Okay, maybe we can sit here. I don't know. There's no music, so let's do it. Okay, so I have never played Shenmue 3. I haven't really heard very many good things about Shenmue 3, but I'm going through this period of my life where actually I've kind of always been like this, but it's gotten my resolve has grown stronger. A lot of the stuff that I like, a lot of people don't like it. And a lot of stuff I do like, a lot of people don't like. Or a lot of stuff I like, people don't like. A lot of stuff I don't like, people like. And I shouldn't even say a lot. I should just say, and I'm wondering, I don't know, we've been talking about this. I'm wondering if maybe people, there's a lot of indie reviewers out there now. There's a lot of like people like me who are reviewing movies and games, and there have been. But when I was a kid, you would get magazines, and a lot of times these reviews would be bought, right? Yeah, a game produced by a company with more money was buying their. It was easier, and it was done by professionals, I guess you could say. I've never been a fan of film critics. I don't really like anybody who uses their life to judge other people's creative work. With that said, I love talking about movies and I love talking about games, and I like even expressing an opinion. Under no circumstances do I want what I'm going to say about something keep somebody from doing something that they're going to enjoy. If you're somebody who goes out there and is like, I give this a 4 out of 5, that is so lame to me. Like giving stuff ratings and stuff is not my goal in life. And hey, you know what? If you want to be a film critic, go ahead. Who gives a shit? But honestly, if you think your answer, right, like if you think your judgment of something, and I've talked about this in the past. I'm gonna give this game a shot, I guess is the point. I don't need to ramble on too long. But I've never played it before, so you guys are gonna get a first look at how I feel about this game. Maybe I'll jump back on the mic at the end. This is definitely well, the first two are cinematic games, so this is definitely not something I want to like sit and ramble through. But I'm excited to check this out. I got it for $10, and sorry, I just woke up, so my voice is not there yet. I The argument for years was Shenmue 1 or Shenmue 2, and I think a lot of people tend to go for Shenmue 1, and I think I agree on that one. I think Shenmue 1 is it's not mechanically better than Shenmue 2. I think Shenmue 2 is a pretty cool game. But I've never gotten into Shenmue 2. I've beaten Shenmue 1. You know, I love Shenmue 1. It's such a weird game, and it has this personality and this quirkiness to it that I just have always appreciated. Shenmue 1 is my favorite game on the Dreamcast, I think. Like Sonic Adventure, what is it? On the Dreamcast, I like Sonic Adventure, Shenmue, D2, Zombie Revenge. I never got to play, but I was super interested in Seaman, which we'll probably never get to see. We have all these microphones and shit and capabilities to play Seaman. Maybe it did come back out. Oh, let's see if Seaman. Seaman was a cool game. I haven't played it um, in a long, long time, so I might not think it's cool anymore. I also got Black Ops 2, which unfortunately, unless I fuck with my internet router, does not work too great for multiplayer at the moment. Maybe they'll fix it, or maybe I need to actually fix it. Did Seaman come out on Steam? Yeah, no, there's no Seaman. Seaman was a game on the Dreamcast where you had a fish with a Japanese man's face, and you would talk to it and teach it things. Super weird game. What else? There's all kinds of good games on the Dreamcast. Was a really cool system. I can't justify it, but these modded Dreamcasts have been calling my name for years. It's just they're the good ones, the ones that are set up with all the games and everything, are like $650, and I know I can get the what is it GEMDU thing or whatever the thing. There's a thing that gets rid of the disk reader and basically allows the system to read SD cards. Um, sorry. I think that would be cool. I think that could be a lot of fun to play. But do I want to spend $650 on? Probably not. I probably don't need that. Okay. Um, yeah, so Call of Duty 2, I'll probably play a little bit more. The cool thing is Charlie and I have a stream on Resident Chicken Zero called Dad Drew versus Chunky Joe, and he likes Call of Duty, so it might be fun to set up our own little game and run around, and I can teach him how to play Call of Duty better. I don't know. I haven't had trouble playing games online at my house, so I don't understand. And I'm not the only one that's having problems. From what I understand, Black Ops 1 is working better, but I Black Ops 1 multiplayer isn't as fun as Black Ops 2 multiplayer. So I don't know if I need to turn off the DLC maybe, and that might help. I don't want to open up my router. I'm okay with it being strict on there. It's like NAT strict, I think is the thing that's fucking me up. So, uh, all right, kids, we're gonna jump in here. We're gonna play some motherfucking Shenmue 3 and take a look at this game and see why maybe so many people hated it. There's got to be somebody out there who likes Shenmue 3. I don't know. Also making my way through Unicorn Overlord, which is a ton of fun. I think that's it for the summer, guys. I think I had a pretty good run, considering I also got a bunch of movie making stuff done. I had one last project aside from like streaming and video making and stuff. There's a couple more videos I want to get out there before I go back to work. In 2 weeks, 2 weeks from tomorrow, I go back to work, which I'm excited. I'm excited to get back to work. Oh. Means less gaming time, but um, it means more productivity and not sitting at home getting bored. I get these really long vacations through my job, and I'm always like ready, but my job wears me out so much. By the time I get to my vacation, I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking use this. I've never had vacations like this as an adult. I for 7 years I worked at a gas station, and it was like I had time for games and stuff because it was just Charlie and me. But like it would be like go to work for 12 hours. Sometimes I think my record was 27 days in a row with no days off. 27 days in a row of working, taking care of my son and going to college. So I shouldn't bitch, but I do like working. So it's this weird, by the end of it, it's like, okay, I'm good. I've had enough time off. Enough things have happened this summer. I'm ready to go back to work. Um, should I guess we don't need to do a recap. Okay, I'm gonna jump in, turn off the mic. Love you all.
Dear Shenhua, my work is done. The Phoenix entrusted to our people is now complete. The time of destiny has come. Go with the one who holds the Phoenix, Shenhua, and find the proof. Yield yourself to the light and go together. I shall give you the family treasure, the Sword of Seven Stars. Think of the sword as a part of me, and keep it with you. I shall always watch over you.
What the?
Ryo,
Right. What is this?
a dragon and a phoenix.
Just like the mirrors.
So this is what he was working on. From a distant land in the east, from across the sea, he shall appear. He does not know of the strength hidden within him. The strength that would destroy him. The strength that would fulfill his wishes. When he is ready, he shall seek me out. And we shall brave together the rocky path. I shall wait. This encounter has been my destiny since ancient times. A dragon shall emerge from the earth, and dark clouds shall obscure the heavens. A phoenix shall descend from above. Its wings will create a purple wind. In the midst of the pitch-black night, a morning star shall glisten, alone.
What is that poem?
It has been told in the village since long ago.
The one who holds the Phoenix.
That's Bailu Village. We might find some clues about my father there. Let's go.
Sure. Hey, Shenhua.
We have to get to the village.
Let's go. Do you have any idea where your father might have gone?
No, I don't.
Has this ever happened before?
With my father?
Yeah. Has he ever disappeared without telling you?
No, never.
I see. Are you certain that letter from the cave was...
It's his handwriting, without a doubt.
Okay. Are you sure it didn't contain any clues? Shenhua?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't care about the letter. I just want to find my father.
I understand.
Um, I like that the voice acting's still like the original Shenmue. Ryu is like a fucking robot. Do you know where my father is? It looks good. It doesn't look bad.
Hello, Liu.
Shenhua, who's this?
This is Liu. He saved me from drowning in the river.
They call him Ryu. Rio. Sorry.
Did something happen?
A group of thugs tore through here 2 days ago.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, the kind we don't normally see around here.
Let's keep moving.
I think I probably should have watched the recap movie because I had never played through Shenmue 2. I was talking to somebody the other day and they were like, Shenmue 2 is way better than
Hey,
Shenmue.
Shenhua.
What's the matter?
But they did not
Does the
like
village
Shenmue.
usually have gatekeepers?
No, there's no need for them. Bailu is a very peaceful place.
Are you sure about that? Because they said some thugs came by.
Yes, but it sounds like they're not from around here.
Still, that's worrying.
Even for you?
Yeah.
I wonder.
I admit, I'm a little unsettled myself. The village feels
I can't
different
pause it.
somehow.
I can imagine.
Let's ask around for some clues.
Let's go.
I wonder if
That was a pretty old bridge.
they're still talking.
Indeed.
Is
that's
this
the
why people
Verdant
are
Bridge.
complaining about this
That's what
game?
it's called.
Yes. It's been in Bailu for a while.
Is that the village? Up ahead?
Yes. Everyone lives up ahead. We can ask around. Someone's bound to know something.
Let's
Sure.
not waste another second.
Yeah. Like you already have. Okay. Here's something familiar.
I'm going to lose sight of Shenhua. I'd better hurry.
She ain't waiting for me, dog. The controls aren't as ridiculous as the first game. um, yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna do this some other time. I save it. This is more like Shenmue than I was expecting it to be. I don't know why. What the fuck? Look at that guy. I don't know why I was expecting it to be drastically different. I don't know. Maybe because there's like a 20-year difference between the first two games and this. They're in China, right?
I'm sure we'll find out more about your father.
Thanks. You investigate here, Leo. I'll try another settlement.
This came out in 2019. No pause button. That's how. Why can't I pause it? It's dumb. Okay. Ryo Hazuki, who continues to search for his father's killer in the mountains of 1980s China. The director Yu Suzuki conceived Shenmue as a saga spanning multiple games. Shenmue and Shenmue 2 were developed by Sega AM2 and published by Sega for the Dreamcast in 1999 and 2001. The original Shenmue was the most expensive video game ever developed at the time, though this development also covered some of Shenmue 2 and groundwork for future Shenmue games. The games attracted positive reviews and a cult following, but were commercial failures. Shenmue 3 was released on November 19th. Oh, hold on. Shenmue to Suzuki's company WiseNet, it became the fastest campaign to raise $2 million in under 7 hours, and ended the following month having raised over $6 million, making it the highest funded video game in Kickstarter history at the time. So this game came out 7 years ago. That's how long I just was like, whatever. Further funding came from Sony and Deep Silver and crowdfunding on other platforms. The development team was much smaller than that of the previous Shenmue games, though key staff from the original team returned. Shenmue 3 was developed using Unreal Engine 4. According to the review aggregator website Metacritic, Shenmue 3 received mixed or average reviews. Reviewers were divided over its similarity to the older games. Some felt it was a faithful sequel, while others criticized it as outdated. I kind of like that it's outdated. I'm okay with that as an old man. Martin Robinson of Eurogamer described Shenmue 3 as archaic and arcane, completely ignorant of modern trends in open-world gaming, or indeed trends of the last 20 years. It looks and plays like a Dreamcast game that's as off-kilter, maddening, magical, and majestic as the original Shenmue games. Both all-time classics. I think there's good reason to rejoice in that. Okay, yeah. It didn't sell very well. I think it's cool. I am interested in this. I think it would probably make more sense to play through the original for my stream and maybe just enjoy this on my own, because I have no fucking clue. I barely remember the first Shenmue. And there's like no... Oh, there's my... Okay, cool. Alright. We can get into this later. I think what we're going to do before we end this... Do I want to spoil everything? I guess I can. If you're watching the first Shenmue for the first time, if you're watching my Shenmue stream, there's only one episode right now, and it's going to probably take me a while to get through, but maybe I'll leave this out. So, I don't know. If you're familiar with Shenmue, check this out. If you're not, maybe turn this off. We're going to watch the recap movie really quick.
Yokosuka, 1986. Ryo Hazuki's fate is abruptly and irrevocably changed. When his father Iwao is murdered by a mysterious man named Lan Di, Ryo, young and inexperienced, is no match for him. Lan Di takes the dragon mirror, long hidden and guarded at the dojo. With his dying breath, Iwao imparts one last piece of wisdom to his son. keep your loved ones close to you. Not yet able to fully appreciate the meaning behind those words, Ryo leaves the dojo behind and vows to take revenge against Lan Di. Ryo hunts for clues as to the whereabouts of his father's killer. A letter arriving all too late warns of encroaching danger. Its contents point Ryo towards a certain Master Chan, who reveals the existence of a second mirror. Unraveling the mysteries buried beneath the family dojo leads Ryo to this fabled Phoenix Mirror. However, this attracts a new threat. A crooked man named Chai stalks Ryo in hopes of getting his hands on the mirror.
Killed the shit out of Chai.
Thanks to the Chen family, Ryo manages to protect the mirror from Chai. He next decides to depart for Hong Kong in pursuit of Lan Di. More trouble, however, is already waiting for him before he leaves. From goons at the docks to a tough gang of bikers known as the Mad Angels. The evil that confronts him even moves to sink its teeth into his dear friend Nozomi Arasaki. But Ryo's heart is driven, and with his comrades to aid him, he is able to overcome all obstacles in his path. The waves lapping against his home shore tell Ryo he must now leave Japan to continue his quest. Having chosen a difficult path, Ryo Hazuki remains undeterred as his fate calls to him.
So this is Shenmue 2.
He arrives in Hong Kong. But in this unfamiliar land, who can he possibly trust? When his money is stolen and he is left destitute, he turns to the kindness of a young woman named Joy. He finds himself wandering the streets of Wan Chai to arrive at Monmo Temple. There he meets Xue Ying Hong, who claims to know something as to Lan Di's whereabouts. Sensing in Ryo a thirst for bloody revenge, however, she refuses to talk. Instead, she attempts to dampen the flames of his rage through instruction, but her efforts prove in vain when Ryo meets with a man named Ren Wu Ying. Learning of the Phoenix Mirror, Ren's mind turns toward the riches that could be theirs. Ren reveals that Zhu Renda has sequestered himself within the Kowloon walled city. But what waits for them in Kowloon is Donyo and the Yellowheads, a gang of brutal fighters in service to Lan Di.
This looks cool. I can see why some people might like this better than the first one.
Ryo overpowers Donyo, but Lan Di just manages to escape. Ryo learns that he has made for Guiling. Parting from the warm company he found in Hong Kong, Ryo continues the pursuit alone. In the backcountry of Guiling, Ryo encounters a young lady named Shenhua. This twist of fate will change everything for him and for her as well. What ancient mystery is locked away by the dragon and phoenix mirrors? What of Londi, whose hands are stained with the blood of Ryo's father?
I wonder how many more games they're planning to do for Shenmue. As a fan of the series, I mean, this doesn't look terrible. I obviously need to play it way more, but I see what they're doing here, and I appreciate it, and I think I like it. I'm interested. This is what I'm gonna say. If you're a fan of Shenmue, I probably should have gotten Shenmue 3 when it came out because now I believe Shenmue 4 is not doing so well. It's not even in development. They can't get funds for it. I think Shenmue 2 came out in 2001 and this came out 2019. So it was 18 years in between 3 and 2. I think in that time frame, people lost interest, right? A lot of people gave it bad ratings, gave this game a bad rating because it was so true to the original too. Uh, and it is kind of, I think it's good that they're doing their own thing, right? I think it's interesting, but I also can see why maybe like if Charlie played Shenmue 3 without playing Shenmue 1 and 2, he'd be so fucking like, what is this? I lived through the release of this game. I lived through the point in time when this game was revolutionary and new and cool. And there's also games that have kind of copied Shenmue 1's mechanics to an extent, but maybe made them better. Yakuza reminded me a lot of the first Shenmue, in its own way, right? It's a brawler mixed with world ex- exploration, and I'm sure there's other games that are like this that are I can't think of right now because I'm whatever, but uh, I am going to give this a chance, and I might stream it. I don't think I'm going to give it a chance today, though. I think I'm done looking into it. I hope that was fun for those of you watching. Check out the original Shenmue 1 and 2 are available on everything, I think. They're definitely here on the PS5. Uh, when I got the 1 and 2 collection, I have a disc of it, by the way. So cool. Or did I download it? I guess no, I have that shit on disc, dog. I think I just got it again. Um, I was stoked on this. I think I played it around the right before Shenmue 3 came out. I played 1 and 2. But I played 1, I played a little of 2, and I went, I'm good, you know? So it just, this might be one of those things that can't get finished because it was so expensive and big. Maximilian regularly plays a mod for Shenmue 1 that I think might be fun to check out. It's like Shenmue's Christmas or some shit. Uh, just type in Maximilian Christmas or whatever on YouTube. It's fun. I watched it. I just watched him play it. Anyway, I have some things to go do today. I'll probably just get back to Unicorn Overlord. I people are watching that stream, but like I'm like I know I'm close to the end of that game, but it's like one of those things where I'm not in a big hurry necessarily. I'm really enjoying that game. Um, I don't have any big plans. I think I'm just gonna casually be playing video games when I go back to work. I would like to go back and finish Crimson Desert for sure, which I wasn't streaming that. I was, and I've talked about this. I was gonna make a video for Crimson Desert. I even have all this footage and stuff. I don't even think I'm gonna go there. I might mention it on the stream or whatever, but like I think I've done I can't stream everything. The PS5 this summer has been so great because this is automatically these videos are just going onto YouTube. I'm not having to download stuff from Steam from Twitch and edit. I have plenty of shit to edit, right? So this is kind of just a nice way instead of having to do this big project just to show Shenmue 3 for half an hour. I can just get on here and talk about it for a minute. Here's my thoughts. Maybe check it out for yourself. Um, yeah, and I beat the fucking Lion King, guys. I beat the Lion King. Even cooler than The Lion King. The Lion King was always something I kind of hated, but I wanted to beat it one day. And I know you motherfuckers are, oh, he cheated. Whatever. If you consider using the rewind button cheating rather than just saving some fucking time, I'm rewinding and then executing what I need to execute in the game, by the way. So, fuck you. Uh, Kid Chameleon. I beat Kid Chameleon and I fucking used the rewind button. So, kiss my ass. Uh, these older games becoming more convenient so you don't have to sit there and fucking play Kid. I remember Kid Chameleon was one of the first games I played on the Sega Genesis, and when I was 6 when I got into Kid Chameleon, and the furthest I ever got was like just before the Bagel Brothers when because back in the day on the Sega, if you wanted to beat a game, you were sitting there all afternoon playing it over and over again, right? My sister and I managed to beat Sonic 2 together, and that was a big fucking deal. We had enough continues and lives to get through Metal Sonic and fucking the giant Robotnik robot. But the feeling I had when I beat that game, hard to top, guys. That was a big deal. Um, so Kid Chameleon was always something that I could get far into. That game, if you're playing it correctly and you don't have a rewind button and shit, I think I beat it in like 5 hours. That would have taken much, much longer to get through. You know what I mean? There's 100 stages in that game. That's a big game. So yeah, I was really excited to beat that the other night. I beat Jurassic Park from save scrub. I don't think I had a rewind button in that, but I was able to get through Jurassic Park. What are some other games I really liked? When I was a kid, I beat Zelda: Link to the Past. I beat Super Mario World. I did all that on my own with no gimmicks or tricks or anything. Um, but a lot of stuff I was playing, I never was able. I beat all the Sonics, all three Sonics, and so I did. Got through quite a few games as a kid, but there was a few games that would elude me, And Kid Chameleon was at the top of that list of like, wow, this would be neat. Shining Force 2. By the time I was in high school, I kind of stopped playing Sega. I had a PS2. I watched my sister one afternoon beat Shining Force 2. I was like, wow, dude, Kelly beat Shining Force before me. So a couple years ago, before I started doing Resident Chicken Zero, I beat Shining Force 1 and 2, and that was a big deal for me. So it's been fun kind of going back and like hitting those backlogged games that I had kind of assumed would never get past being on the backlog. I've been going back and getting some of these games. So I guess Shenmue 2 would be on that list. It's an old list. I played Shenmue 2 originally. I believe I played it on the Xbox at somebody's house. So and I went, that was pretty cool. But that came back out on the Xbox. I had to have come out on the Xbox. I feel like I played it on the Xbox. Anyway, it'd be nice to beat Unicorn Overlord over the next couple weeks, and then I think that's a pretty good wrap up for the summer vacation. Like I beat quite a few games this year so far. I beat more games this year than I did last. Before I get off, let's see. I did Days Gone and Spider-Man, or I did Days Gone at the very beginning of the year. Umigari, the Metal Gear Solid Delta, Resident Evil 9 Requiem, or Resident Evil Requiem, excuse me. Spider-Man 2, and then what else? I beat the original Doom, Lion King, Kid Chameleon. There's 8. I beat God of War Ragnarok. Uh, Ghost of Yotai was really good. There's 10 games. Is that so? I got 10 games under my belt this year. Last summer I played through Starfield. I really liked Starfield, and right before Starfield, I'd played through the Oblivion remaster, and um, at the end of the year, I finished up uh, Dragon Age Veilguard. I did Final Fantasy Tactics. It was like 5 or 6 games last year, I think. Maybe it was more. I don't know. I don't know. All right, I'm out. Thanks for watching.